Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of the Resonance podcast, coming to you all, of course, from the range in Las Cruces, New Mexico. My name is Maddie,
And I'm Logan.
and today we're joined by the members of STINTS, and they are pumping out dream pop sound waves from all the way over in San Diego. So, yeah, how's your guys' day been so far?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty chill.
Awesome, nice. Yeah, well, we're glad to have Ernesto here and Jose as well. We got some great questions planned for them. Hopefully, a great little episode here for you all. And yeah, Logan, do you want to go ahead and start us off?
Definitely. Yeah, I really wanted to know what the biggest challenge or adjustment has been for you all. No longer doing live shows, and I know things have started to pick back up again. In what capacity? If you could elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah. You want to take it, Butcher?
Sure. Yeah, so definitely the not being able to play shows has been a hurdle for us. But we've just been trying to find alternatives. Like we've done a couple live stream shows.
Nice.
We've done a couple pre-recorded performances that we send out to. We did a couple festivals based in Mexico, and so we sent them like a pre-recorded performance, and then they streamed it during their event. So yeah, we've just been trying to find whatever alternatives are available, but hopefully it picks up at some point and we can get out there again and play shows.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, you guys couldn't hear. We're all very eager for those live shows to come back, but I still have a follow-up question here. What bands or artists were the biggest inspiration for you guys when it came to forming your the sound for your music?
Well, for STINTS, we all were pretty big fans of the Strokes.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like we're all individually, we're all into different artists, music. For myself, for my sound, Pink Floyd is a big influence on me. Bob Dylan, the Vander Van Hart. For the band as a whole, like I said, the Strokes, the big influence. I don't know about you. What do you think, Butcher?
Yeah, I think I have like some specific influences that I look to when I'm trying to add things for like parts for STINTS. Kind of like a lot of shoegaze kind of stuff, like what's this band called? Wild Nothing, like kind of dreamy shoegaze, kind of that kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And a Slow Dive and My Bloody Valentine, that kind of stuff. And as for me, when I have a little bit more freedom, I'm kind of a hard rock metal guy, so
nice.
I like a lot of 80s metal and stuff, so I try to every now and then like sneak in a guitar solo that's like kind of tappy or 80s sounding.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I saw that. Well, I mean, you guys mentioned it too, that you have a live session slated for release later, coming up. Are live sessions something that you had big interest in pre-pandemic?
Really, right? We were really focused most on live shows. I mean, did we do any? Not that I can remember, right, Butcher?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think like doing like a studio session or like a live session it's always fun, but yeah, I think we were definitely more interested in playing actual shows.
Yeah.
But this is what we can do, and this is what we can work with. So
yeah. In a way, it's been harder doing live streams and live sessions, right? Especially if we're gonna do everything live instruments. We've been, for the most part, opted for acoustic sessions because it's just simpler.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously live sessions are a great way to keep up with your audience, especially since you can't see them physically. I was wondering how you guys, when recording things like that, hype yourself up to create a genuine performance that feels like there is an audience there?
It's been kind of like, I think the first couple ones we had kind of a hard time kind of getting into that. Um, but some of the ones that we've done with with like our amps and stuff, and just with the volume of it compared to like doing these like acoustic ones, um, that makes it feel more like a real show, and it's been
Yeah.
it's allowed us to give more of our energy in the performance. Whereas like with the acoustics, it's like it's fun and it sounds like nice and stuff, but it is hard to convey that like live energy.
Yeah.
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 Right.
So we've been trying to work with more like like full band performances, not just a couple guitars and singing.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then one thing that happens is that the songs change when we make them acoustic. There's a lot of things we can't do
Yeah.
because the way we recorded it electronically, it just can't be done with an acoustic guitar. So we got to change it. So in a way, it's good because we started adding more vocals, backup vocals. So that was pretty fun. And then and these live streams, we usually have family, friends, so it's kind of nice to see them,
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah, I usually like, if my family or friends are gonna go on the live stream, I tell them to go and just like, go crazy in the comment section or something, and
Nice.
Definitely.
they'll post some funny comments or something, so that kind of makes it a little bit more fun.
Nice.
Yeah, that's always good.
All
So
right.
with your debut album, oh, sorry, Maddie, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna just say, switching gears here. I guess how has the pandemic affected your guys' creative process when it comes to maybe making some tunes? When it comes to writing your music, I'm just curious overall.
You
Mm,
want to take this one?
yeah. I mean, the kind of good thing for us is that we've always, I mean, we've always kind of begun our songs by somebody recording like a scratch track and then sending it to the rest of the band on our group chat.
Mm.
And then we all kind of
Mhm.
start adding our parts, and if we end up liking it, then we'll actually start working it out as a band during live rehearsals.
Yeah.
So when we were finishing up the album, there was maybe like just a few songs that we needed to actually finish writing. Everything else was pretty much already done. It was just like retracking a couple things or mixing, the songs. So it wasn't that difficult. But now that we finished the album and we're kind of looking towards the next EP or
Mhm.
album, whatever we do next, it's yeah, it definitely hurts to not be in the same room with everybody.
Sure.
But the good thing is that we're still able to send out those ideas and at least keep each other in the loop on of what we're coming up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We some of those songs on that album we still haven't even played together. There were a
Wow.
lot of them were
Yeah.
like what Chess said. They were just pieced together. Everyone had an idea, and then we send it to the group chat. Like, oh, what about this? What about that? We would add different things, and I don't know. I just can't wait to play them.
Yeah. I mean, we had this one band, Quitting Whitney, come in like March 19th, right as their tour was being canceled. And they had just put out this new song that was meant to be like this stadium anthem and like, people singing along and things. And they still haven't even played it live yet, which is very unfortunate.
Buzzkill.
So, yeah, I mean, so with your guys' debut album, there's a blend of songs, or there's a blend between Spanish and English in the songs, right?
Yeah.
I was just really curious to know like how the writing process changes with like working with the different cadences of the two different languages. I was just wondering like how complex that gets.
That would have been a great question for Ruben if he were here. What do you think?
I mean, I think for me, I think like, because I grew up listening to a lot of rock en español, like Spanish rock,
Nice.
along with
Yeah.
English rock, I guess, or American rock, and I kind of some of my favorite guitar players are actually from those Latin rock bands. So when we do Spanish songs, I kind of feel like I do gravitate towards those styles of like Latin rock, like I guess kind of Santana-ish for some of the stuff,
Yeah.
more kind of Latin kind of upbeat stuff. Um, so I do think it affects at least the way I look at the guitar and what I want to do. But yeah, it's I think the Spanish songs and the English songs generally do have a bit of a different vibe for sure.
I feel like I sing better in Spanish. I don't know. I mean, it was my first language, so you know, like when we were doing backup vocals for Armonizando, like that, I felt more comfortable. You know, I don't know. That's the only difference I
Yeah, it's also my first language, so I kind of feel a little bit more control over my voice in Spanish than in English, but yeah.
Nice.
So I wanted to also know, like, growing up with members of the band, having this very fluid relationship between the music scene here in America and in Mexico, like what are the best parts of those two separate scenes that you wish maybe could blend into one?
I think that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to blend the two scenes. I mean, there's definitely a lot of other bands that are kind of like us that are like trans-border, but there's also a lot of bands still that are only in San Diego, and there's a lot of bands that are only in Tijuana. So I feel like not everybody in this area is into that, but I think it's really fun to just be able to play a show like on a Friday night here in San Diego, and then Saturday night you're playing in TJ. Because even though it's only a couple miles, you're technically still playing in two different countries,
Yeah.
And
yeah, definitely.
The scenes are very different. I think also, like Tijuana's much smaller, and there's not as many options. I guess there's only a couple different venues, and here in San Diego, it's like there's a bunch of different places you can go to see a show. Whereas in TJ, it's like, oh, who's playing at this venue? It's like, oh, it's this band. Well, we don't know them, but we'll go check them out because that's the punk rock venue to go check out or whatever. So there's definitely more of that like casual person who just walks in to check out a show and just checks it out. And you don't really get that as much here in San Diego, but we're trying to hopefully blend that a little more.
Nice.
I think people stay up longer in TJ too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's
it's longer.
I mean, we've gone on stage like almost like at 2 a.m. at one point. And, like
nice.
Some places don't close till like 6 or 7 a.m. So
wow.
Yeah, that's definitely hard here, being like the DIY venue that tries to bring acts like you in from out of town, like getting people to be out past like what the latest thing that closes here are the fast food restaurants because they're always open, but like everywhere else closes all early. So
yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess kind of switching gears here. This is a question I know we've all been dying to know from you guys. What has been some of your most recently played, maybe, you have some songs or maybe like an album that you like or an artist you recently played on Spotify, or if you use Apple Music, either or?
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Parcels.
Parcels, nice.
Yeah.
I really like them. I was struggling to get Maddie to listen to them for a while.
No.
Oh yeah. They're worth it. It's such fun music. Yeah. Yeah. I think we were jamming. We were having a COVID jam, and there was a week where we were listening to them nonstop, and like just their style was coming out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Van Halen like the last 2 days.
Nice.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before that, I've been into the new Deftones album.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you can see like the different spectrums and just within the band, like
yeah.
All right. What about you?
What about you, Maddie?
Oh, me, huh?
Oh, what about me? You can go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm kind of in a slump right now. I don't know. I've reached like the point that I reach every few weeks or so where like I listen to
Yeah.
the same thing on repeat and I haven't found anything new to listen to. So I have a few playlists, but I've been really into the past few months the new Taylor Swift album Folklore. That is one of my favorites of 2020 for sure.
Definitely always blasting from his office.
Yeah.
The speakers are so loud. I always feel bad. But Logan, what about you?
Yeah. So I've been listening to a band I listened to a lot in middle school. I don't know why I just started listening to him again. Dirty Heads. It's more like a
Nice.
West Coast reggae style of a band.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then so I did a podcast with this really cool guy, Lester, and he recommended some other bands from Vancouver. So I've been listening to some of his recommendations lately.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
All the way from up.
I've also been listening to a lot of just like classical guitar music, old man music. Trying to get back to that.
Nice.
So what are maybe some other hometown favorite artists that you guys have that we should keep on our radar?
Low Shadows for sure, right, Butcher?
Yeah, they're cool. They're a cool band. The Shadows. They're from like kind of around the same part of town we're from, the south part of San Diego.
Nice.
And there's a couple bands from Tijuana as well. There's a band called Entre Desiertos that's really cool, and also a band that we played with just before COVID hit. It was actually our last show. We played with this band called Jardín. They're pretty fun too.
Nice.
And what about Evelyn's?
Oak Palace.
Oak Palace. Yeah, they're nice. They're really good.
Yeah,
Nice.
Really cool guys.
Really fun live energy, and they're really good friends with us. They're also from Chula Vista, from like our part of town.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny you mentioned live energy. What kind of like rapport are you looking for from a band? Like if you were an audience member, like what really immerses you in the moment of like being at that live show?
To me, it's if I see the musicians themselves enjoying it, you know, because sometimes when you're up there, it's hard to you feel very self-conscious, you know. But you can tell when someone's just like really into their music and they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons like I enjoy the times that I've seen Low Shadow live. You know, that you can tell they're having fun up there. You know, they're not just they don't get the nerves get to them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, there's got to be like a balance between, you know, sounding good, but also sounding live, like sounding different. Like I don't want to see a band that sounds exactly like I'm just putting the vinyl, you know, or listening on Spotify. I mean, I still want
That is a great point.
hear good music. I want it to sound good. I want to be able to hear a good mix and everything, but I want to feel like I'm hearing like a unique performance. So bands that sound too much like the record kind of bore me live, and bands that sound way too different also kind of lose me. But if you can hit that balance, I think that's the sweet spot.
Yeah. Also, you guys were mentioning like wanting to do acoustic sessions for the live sessions. Are you typically playing live with a backtrack, or how does that work for you all?
I don't think we've done backing tracks for the acoustics, right?
For the acoustics,
well, just in general.
Yeah. So for our regular like full band, we have a lot of little things that go on in the songs, like a lot of kind of string arrangements and little things that are just you know, they would be impossible for us to pull off live. So for things that are kind of just there to add ambience and we can't play anyway, we like to add those in as backing tracks. But if it's something that we can actually play, then yeah, we'd rather not.
And then for the acoustic sessions, didn't we try changing even the feel of some of the songs? Like Hold Me, we tried making it more bossa nova-ish, right?
Yeah, for the acoustics, we wanted to make it different, like not just play the same things but on an acoustic guitar. So we changed like the rhythms and we added more like vocal harmonies to just to make it a little bit more unique. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
we
mean,
haven't. I
kind
don't
of
think
like
we've
what you were
done.
saying. Oh,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, as I was saying, I don't think we've done any backing tracks though with the acoustics. It's all been
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that goes back to the kind of like what you were saying with seeing a band live is you want that balance between something a little bit different, but you know, if it gets posted on Spotify as like an acoustic session, like you want to obviously have a reason to listen to it. Like it should be there for a reason, and so it should definitely be a little bit different.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
last acoustic session we did, we we've never played those songs acoustically, and then we found out that they actually kind of work better acoustic. So we actually did talk
Yeah,
about
nice.
maybe releasing an acoustic version of some of the songs.
That would be
Nice.
awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the acoustic version sort of let other parts of the song shine through that normally don't really shine through with our like electronic versions. So it's pretty cool to hear like just a different side of the same song.
Yeah. So something else that I was curious about was like as a venue, we're waiting for obviously the day things are safe to have a crowd again. I guess on your end, what I'm curious about is what are those venues that you're really looking forward to playing at when the time comes?
San Diego, or just in general, anywhere?
Anywhere really.
Yeah.
And maybe if it's somewhere you haven't played yet, somewhere you were really wanting to play in the future.
We had plans to play in Los Angeles, Seattle. We were gonna go to Arizona, Texas. I don't have really specific venues, but just going anywhere else besides San Diego, because we played a lot in San Diego and Tijuana.
Yeah.
What about you, Poche?
I think before COVID, we went to this venue I think it's in Orange County that we were gonna play at. And they had this really cool like outdoor amphitheater. That looked like it would have been really fun to play. And I think we were gonna play that, but obviously it didn't go through.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be something really cool to play some like outdoor shows instead of just the usual bar gig. That would be cool.
Yeah. Are there any drive-in stages over there available for anyone to play at in California?
We have drive-ins in San Diego. I don't think they've done any live shows. They should. That would be a really cool idea.
They definitely should be doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know?
I think I've been hearing like stuff on the radio about there being some concerts lined up, some drive-in concerts, but I don't think they've done anything yet. I know even they did one in Tijuana like a month ago, but I don't think they've done. I don't think they've done one here in San Diego. At least not that I know.
It's kind of surprising that they haven't jumped on that yet. But I have a kind of an interesting question here. When you guys do eventually get back to touring, are there any maybe specific bands, any band, if you could tour, any specific bands you'd like to take along with you?
Take along with us?
Yeah.
We really wanted to play with the Reptilians from Seattle. We were trying to make that happen.
Nice.
They're a really fun band. I think Hera and Ruben, other members in the band, they met them one night. They're really fun people. There was also someone else, I can't remember.
What about you, Jose?
So I think back in like December or something, we were showing Tijuana with a band from El Paso, and I ended up getting sick and had to go to the hospital, so we had to cancel last minute.
Jeez.
What band
it was
was it?
their first. I forgot their name right now. yeah, I don't remember the name, but I remember it was their first time coming to the border or to this border. So
Oh, nice.
I was kind of in touch with them, and I was kind of helping them out, like on the logistics of getting gear across the border and all that. And they
Yeah.
seemed, we exchanged messages for a bit. They seemed like really cool guys. So, um, and I think we were gonna do some shows eventually in Texas with them as well. Um, but just from those exchanges, they seemed like pretty cool dudes, and it would be cool to resume that those shows that we were gonna do with them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
How do you
petition.
approach that commitment? Yeah. Or yeah, but I'm really curious how you approach the commitment of like asking somebody to come on tour with you. I feel like it's very close to like having a new band member almost. Like you're sharing oftentimes equipment with them, space, like hotel, food, all these things. So I just wanted to know like maybe um what are things you're looking for in another band that you want to take on tour with you?
We still have yet. We had that it was gonna be our first tour this summer, and I don't know.
Mhm.
Personally, for me, yeah, it's just someone easygoing, you know.
Nice.
People that are fun. Um, maybe even just collaborate with. That'd be pretty nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just kind of as a prerequisite, maybe somebody who we've shared a stage with before,
Mm.
just as a just to
Yeah.
feel a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I think we'd be cool with anyone who's chill and who just wants to have fun and not you know no drama or anything like that.
And that owns
Definitely.
an Ibanez guitar.
No, that's my thing. I don't want nobody else playing them.
Yeah. Well, I really wanted to know if you had any specific advice for uh, musicians starting during this unprecedented time. Uh, you know, since you all are in the thick of it yourselves, like maybe some advice for getting through some of those hard times. Uh, anything maybe that was said to you that has really stuck and resonated with you personally.
I mean, even though yeah, we can't meet in person, you can still. It's how we recorded this album. You can still, you know, communicate over social media, send each other ideas. It's actually it's a good way to work, you know. I mean, it's different when you're in the room with someone and you both are jamming and trying to work something out.
Mm.
But there's also something there where someone has an idea, you send it to them, and they can hear it, add their own, and send it back and forth. It's it's exciting in its own way. It can definitely be done.
Mm, yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly like how things are going and like in Las Cruces, but here we're kind of in like we're not really in a strict lockdown anymore, but we're still like in a weird lockdown purgatory limbo thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not like like in March or April where we were pretty much locked in and had nothing to do but play music. But I still think
Mm.
it's a good time to focus and work on your craft because it's very right now it's very easy. I think even for people who are having gatherings or whatever, it's very easy to say like I'm not going out tonight or whatever. I'm staying in, and those are good opportunities um, to work on music and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think it's a good time for people to really be able to focus and dedicate some time to work and to music. Um, I have a couple friends who do like electronic music who told me that during these couple months they've just like you know made more music than ever before because that's all they do and there's really no like distractions, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I would say like take advantage of that and focus on actually getting music done and songs done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the time that we can have you all touring and stop at the range and play a live show and things like that.
Definitely.
Obviously, do a
Fun.
live session.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
That's
But before
awesome.
we wrap things up, I really wanted to give you guys the floor to talk about your new album, anything else that you guys are working on, have in the works, in terms of like maybe music videos that we can expect for the album that just dropped. Yeah.
Yeah, we did release a video for one of the songs. It won't take any longer. That one was
Mm-hmm.
it was animated by one of our friends. I'm blanking out on their name. I can look that up real quick. But that was really fun to do. There's also another video out there for Same Thoughts. We worked on that one. That was last year, right? Halloween. That was a
Yeah,
pretty
like around Halloween.
yeah. That was a fun video. New music. I already feel like I want to start writing new music. You know,
Nice.
I mean, stay posted. Yeah. We just want to,
Yeah.
we've been wanting to meet in person and jam out some ideas that we have, but we'll see when that happens.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we have. I think in the next couple of days we're gonna film another performance that we're gonna send to a virtual festival in Mexico. And usually those videos will, they'll release them on the date of the event, but we'll eventually upload them to our YouTube. So hopefully
Okay.
we'll have another live video soon, probably November, December, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
As far as music videos, I think we want to do maybe a few more, maybe some lyric videos for some of the songs.
Yeah.
Um, I think that'd be really cool, especially some of the. I don't think we have anything for any of the Spanish songs, so I think some videos for those would be fun.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, I think we've kind of started talking about the next. I don't know if we're gonna do an album or we're gonna do an EP or something, but um, we've started talking about what we want to do the next time, and how we want to make things a little different. Um, so I think for the next album we're gonna try to do a little bit more on the Spanish side, um,
Nice.
Mhm.
just to add a little bit more spice to our catalog.
Mhm.
Because I think the first album has a few Spanish songs, but it's mostly in English, and I think the next one's gonna be
Yeah.
a little bit more heavy on the Spanish and a little on English, and yeah, just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. It was Santiago
Awesome.
Martinez Palos who animated the video for us. Yeah, hooked it up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Animated videos have been a great way for bands to keep releasing content. I've seen bands that I follow and bands that we interact with personally. I've seen quite a few of the animated videos come out recently. I think that's definitely a great way
Yeah.
to keep things alive and going and keep the momentum there. That's awesome.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. Well, sadly, I think that is going to wrap up this episode of the show. And of course, thank you to Ernesto and Jose from STINTS for joining us today. Of course, like Logan said, can't wait for you guys to come out here to, New Mexico. You can play some shows out here, hopefully. But, links to all of their social media, all of their music will be down in the description below. And yeah, I think on that note, it's time to go ahead and wrap this up. So thank you guys for coming, and stay tuned for the next episode.